Hello, my name is Jason Varnum. I'm here to help you fix your car or help you fix anyone else's. I created this website to be user-friendly and to provide everyone around the world my videos of automotive technology and repair instructions. I reached the pinnacle of my profession. I'm an ASE recertified master technician and I'm recertified in the ASE L1 Advanced Level Specialist. ASE stands for Automotive Service Excellence. I've also taught automotive technology at Palm Beach Community College. And just before that, I sold my business of 5 years to my protege. He started working for me when he was 20 years old. Within a year of working with me, he took and passed all 8 ASEs certification tests. This made him an ASE master technician. And by a year and a half, he also passed the L1. During the 5 years I ran that shop, I got 3 other technicians to take and pass the remaining ASEs so that they could become masters. And one master that came to work for me took the ASE L1 test for the second time. He took the test one time before working for me, but then when he took the test for the second time working for me, he passed. When I started 30 years ago, I decided then that I would learn how to fix every kind of problem on every kind of car. This is why I can show you all the different systems on the vehicle and their slight differences from one make of vehicle to the other. The automobile is one big system and has several different subsystems that work together. In my videos, I show you how these systems work, what each of the components look like, the tools needed, and how to use them. And then I show you, from start to finish, live diagnosis and repairs on each of the components of the subsystem. I designed these courses to cover every kind of diagnosis and repair needed on the average vehicle. Vehicles are made the same all over the world, so I've sold my courses to people all over the world. To Australia, New Zealand, Canada, Great Britain, England, Ireland, Northern Ireland, Jamaica, to a repair shop in the Philippines, Malta, an island south of Sicily in the Mediterranean Sea, and Cyprus, also in the Mediterranean Sea. I'm up to 11 countries and growing, so go ahead and become a member. It's free. I'll send you a newsletter with important news and upcoming special events, and also visit my blog section. It's in the drop-down menu at About Us, and feel free to ask me any questions you may have on auto repair. I'll answer them as soon as I receive your question. Now here are a couple of satisfied customers. Hello, it's me again, and I'm with one of our website members, Phil, and I stopped to do a commercial with him here in Orlando because he's pretty much bought in all my videos, and I wanted him to give his testimony if they've helped him out and how they've helped him out. How you doing today, Phil?
Fine, how are you, Mr. Jason?
Pretty good. Now I wanted to ask, I know that you've bought in pretty much all my videos, all 8 up to date, and I plan to have several more made in the near future, completed by the beginning of 2010. But have they helped you very much? Have they saved you money on repairing your cars or family's vehicles?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I mean, they're more detailed than a shop manual or Chilton's manual. It's very, very detailed instruction, and it helps out when you have visualization of what you're trying to do. I've actually repaired my air conditioner, and now it goes out ice cold, which is really neat here in Orlando. Done my brake DVD, which is saved me hundreds of dollars. Done it for my family. Had some electrical problems, and I studied the electrical course, and it was pretty good, well detailed. I know the basics of electronics.
It's made you more proficient with the digital multimeter and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I believe you did a repair electrically on a van that wasn't shifting into second gear and stuff.
Well, yeah, I had a vehicle of mine in the transmission shop for about 3 months. They couldn't figure out what it was. Now, when I pulled it out of storage, it would only shift out of, it wouldn't even shift out of first gear. I had to manually shift it into second gear. So I had taken it to a shop, and I wasn't paying on storage, so I figured, I'd let them take their time with it. But after 3 months, they kept giving me the runaround and told me they couldn't pinpoint the problem. And after studying the electrical DVD, I found out by looking at electrical schematics that the computer controlled the transmission, and what was in between the computer and the transmission was a vehicle speed sensor buffer.
A vehicle speed sensor buffer, right?
Yeah, it's a little circuit board.
So that goes from the vehicle speed sensor to a vehicle speed sensor buffer and then to the computer.
Right, exactly. What it does is the transmission produces alternating current, and then it takes the signal up to this buffer, turning it into a DC signal, so the computer can read what the transmission is doing. And that circuit board between the transmission and the computer was bad, and all I did was look up on a component locator and find out where it was, and went down to the junkyard and got one for $5 and stuck it in there. The car ran as good as new.
So through the training of my electrical systems video, you understood how to use component locator chart, electrical schematics, and how to read a digital multimeter for different voltage signals.
Right. It trained me how to use a multimeter, how to measure volts, and how to look at schematics, and figure out to see if the circuit is doing everything that it's supposed to. And studying that electrical DVD, I was able to locate the problem by going through it in a basic approach, which is if you have your fundamental understanding of how electrical circuits work, then you can basically
fix anything on the car.
Just fix anything on the car. Just basically common sense.
So it's also helped you, besides the door, window, and door repair video that I have, the electrical systems also helped you doing door, window motors and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was able to remove a door motor for a family member, and I was able to pull it out and reinstall it, make sure that the window motor was actually bad, not the switches, because you don't want to just go out and start replacing window motors because the window doesn't go up and down.
It could be the switch.
Yeah, you want to make sure you're not replacing parts for no reason at all.
Right, so you want to be accurate on your diagnosis.
Right, exactly.
Okay, well, that's great. And you did indicate through correspondence that anytime I come out with new videos, to let you know through newsletters, and I have in the past, and I plan to in the future for any members. Now, make sure you sign up to be a member, because I'll send you a newsletter of any new videos that I complete.
Well, I'd just like to say, for the minimal amount of money that I spend, it's a very, very valuable investment, because I get return on my investment 100-fold. Because nowadays when you take things to a mechanic, you're into $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 worth of labor. Whereas the window motors, for example, you buy them in the auto parts store. They want like about $100 for a window motor, and then to have somebody install it and put markup on it, you could get into $200, $300, $400, $500 just to put in a window motor. And I was able to go on eBay, buy a window motor, and put it in for $20.
Well, there's another avenue. Yep, there's another avenue.
So it paid for itself right off the bat, because I pocketed $400 or $500.
Right. Well, there many things. Did you use the CV axle and clutch repair video as far as doing a CV axle or any clutches on a car?
Yeah, we had a family member. It was actually my brother. He had a front wheel drive, and he had some clacking noises, which we figured out was a CV axle when watching the video. And we went ahead and we replaced that. Fortunately, we haven't had to get into a clutch repair yet. So
yeah, that's a big job. And the upcoming videos I have will also show you how to pull engines and trannies, or just transmissions, basically all that heavy line stuff, so that you can go in there and change that intermediate clutch system that transmits the power from the engine through the clutch and through the transmission on through the drivetrain. I do teach you how the systems work, and then of course what the parts and tools look like, and then live repairs on actual cars that need it. And I do the repairs, and of course they continue to use the car after the repair.
I'd just like to say that you can pick up a manual and read it, and it can be quite intimidating, because a lot of the stuff you might not really understand, but when you see it with your own two eyes happening in front of you, it's a lot easier to comprehend. Yeah. Well, the way that you demonstrated in your videos, it made it a lot easier to understand.
Well, that's good. I'm glad that my videos have helped Phil out, and they'll help you out, and I stay in contact. Phil did email me a couple questions, and I have answered them, and I've done that with many other members and people who have gotten these courses. So don't be afraid to email me any questions after viewing these courses if you have any questions. Thanks again, Phil. I appreciate all your help.
Yeah, well, thanks.
And like I said, I'm always going to be here for you. That's it for now. We'll see you in the next segment.